Michael Dillon heat drum. Sit on down here, buddy.
No.
Sit on down here so we could do another episode of Mike and Dylan Hate Drama, where we talk about life. We give life advice. We talk about what's happening within our lives, and we give, I don't know, the people what they need.
The people.
The people. We give them what they need. And right now, we got a lot of submissions. Me and Dylan are doing a lot of things right now too, working hard.
Hardly working.
No, working too hard, honestly. Listen, I'm tired of all this, Grandpa. I'm tired of digging holes. That's just too damn bad. You keep digging. Have you ever seen holes?
I don't think so.
You've never seen holes?
No, I don't think so.
Oh my God. I can't. Usually I like to talk about current happenings in today's society, but I can't really think of anything big going on right now.
Well, it's almost like you've been in a going live selling stupor for the past 5 days.
We're going really hard on Labor Llama lately. We got a lot of things we're rolling out, things we're doing. I ain't going to get into the nitty gritty of it. You see them when they happen, okay? Except for you guys who listen to the podcast. If you go to Labor Llama and purchase, you have a new code. It's MADHD. That's going to be the code that we roll on with, I think, forever with the podcast. You get 10% off. And now on the site, when you go look, there'll be other deals and stuff on there too. So pretty good incentive to go over there and check us out.
Yep, we're sunsetting the 30 and bringing on I think it could change over time how much it equals, but in general, it will always be active. It will be. Yeah,
that'll be just the standard active. Maybe there's it's the 1 year anniversary of us doing a podcast, and we do the anniversary.
But it will still be the same,
and then we'll
just change the amount.
10.5% off because we love you.
I was thinking 10.3, but I mean, I guess if you want to,
maybe I'm being
give it away.
Maybe I'm being too generous. All right, yeah, maybe I'm being too generous. So. Is that it right now? I've been doing a lot of lives, man, on TikTok and whatnot. And as you build a business, you find better ways to do things. Me and Dylan definitely had some great advice given to us this week by some very well-known experts. We're not going to get into that. But look, I don't like it right there because I feel like then I'm trying to...
Yeah, but then you're always hitting the cord.
Yes. Oh, God, I'd hate to do another. Look, places like that so we don't do another 2.5 hour episode where the audio is just trash because...
That was fun.
That took it out of me, man. Yeah, that was. I really got into that one. I feel like that is one of our more lively podcasts. Right now, look, this is a Michael is tired podcast. Mm-hmm. Michael is fucking exhausted. But we're going to get into the first bit of advice. It says, decode this man for me, please. Girl, we can decode him. We can decode them. Dear Mike and Dylan, it's your resident office girl back again for some big brother advice. Oh, I like that.
Big brother advice?
You know what's crazy is I'm the youngest. You know, I've talked about my dad's brother or my brother's dad. There we go. I told y'all Mike's tired. Look, I'm going to say something racist during this podcast. And he has all of his kids. I'm still the youngest. And then when I found my real dad, he's got like 7 kids. I'm still the youngest. My oldest brother's like 50. I come from old balls, brother. I do. I come from some old balls. There's this guy at work who sits near me, but is in a different department. A few weeks after I started, he started making small talk, and he's really my type. So obviously, I was all about it, but after that, we didn't talk much beyond hi or bye. Technically, I'm not supposed to talk to anyone outside of my team, so I have to keep it to a minimal on my end unless he initiates. The fuck you working for, the NSA?
Yeah, that's crazy. Like, don't talk to sales, don't talk to...
Do not fraternize with other people. Then you find out the nuclear weapons that you are making. Fast forward to recently, I get brave. Asked if he knows any good spots for a specific meal I like. I had packed day and no lunch. I had a packed day and no lunch. He says no, so I think that's that. But later he comes back with a whole list of recommendations from his friends, and somehow we're exchanging numbers. We're about to get into some fucking in this, baby. Got a little schmut book for the listeners. We text maybe once a day. My fault. I set that slow tone, but he's texted me once or twice during his lunch break. He says that we should try one of the places together. I drive to him because he usually has a long commute, and he offers to pay for my portion since I made the trip, which is fair enough. So I guess they work in separate places.
I don't know.
Or this is after work, because I thought it was during lunch.
She works like next to him, so.
Right, so this has to be okay. We hang out for about 9 hours. Conversation is easy, and I offer a few times to let him go since he had plans the next day. He keeps insisting it's fine. No mention of a partner. He just rooms with his friends. I assume if he had someone, he'd bring it up. Here's where my overthinking kicks in. We tossed around the idea of a double feature movie night at his place, but now he's suggesting we go to a theater for just one movie and push the double feature. My brain immediately goes, did I make a bad impression? Friends are split between ask him out already and play it cool, but now I'm feeling stupidly insecure because I feel like he's out of my league. For context, I'm 30, he's 32. We first hung out about a week after we started texting. Then he planned out the theaters for a week after our first meeting. So, big brothers, is this romantic, platonic, or am I just being delusional about it? And should I make a move or protect the vibe? Thanks, guys. Hope you're having a good one. He is either embarrassed of he lives with a bunch of trashy ass motherfuckers. Yeah. So it's either the living conditions he's in or the people that he's around. He's like, I don't want to bring this girl around him. Obviously, if you are like, hey, go do your business, he's obviously valuing the time that he is spending with you over that. So he's definitely interested. He is definitely interested. And I think if someone's like, hey, let's do a double feature at your place, and they're like, let's do somewhere else. The last thing you should think about is a partner, because then you're just thinking innately bad in people. If you know that he has roommates and stuff like that, he's probably embarrassed of them people.
Well, and I mean, I would just not put any pressure on it. Like, the whole thing is you could go have fun at the movie and then
go back to your place.
Most likely there's going to be some other thing that's going to happen. Like if all of a sudden he doesn't want to hang out anymore, sure, then maybe there's somebody else or something else that you can think about. But if you literally just go and have fun, enjoy the movie at the movie theaters, don't think anything of it, most likely there will be another time of hanging out, and he might just be waiting to figure out whether you're interested or not. So it could be both of you guys, overthinking it. And really, the less pressure you put on it, the better. Like, when I met my wife, we weren't dating for like almost 2 months before I finally was like, hey, we should like actually be boyfriend, girlfriend. But we spent those like 2 months not being boyfriend, girlfriend. So we didn't put the pressure on it, and we just hung out literally every day that we had available. And so
right.
If you just enjoy the time with him and go do the thing, the movie, wherever it is, which most likely, since this is probably like more than a week old, you've probably already done the movie. Just keep enjoying.
Yeah. Hopefully, this guy didn't turn out to be a murderer and hasn't murdered you already. So yeah. Maybe we'll get an update in the future about that. But yeah, don't put any pressure on it. And trust me, if a guy has an excuse in the chamber to leave an awkward situation he doesn't want to be in, he would have left. So there's definitely some interest there. You are, how do I put it? He is liking the way you are. I was going to try to make a funny joke. I can't. I'm too tired.
Well, and the thing is don't think that anybody's out of your league. Like, I mean, guys do it all the time. They hit way above their batting average. But it's one of those things where if your personality and you're fun to be around and all that stuff, like, you're in the same league. And women have guys in the friend zone, but guys don't really put women in the friend zone for the most part. It's probably,
we either want to hot dog you or
yeah,
leave the situation. So there's definitely interest there. I'm so exhausted, and I'm not like sleepy exhausted. I'm tired.
Mentally exhausted.
Mentally. I can't take no breaks, man. God.
Well, Mike's business brain is firing on all cylinders these days, so it's taken out of him.
I don't like to. I liked it better when I was just like, go home and play some Magic the Gathering. So this one is from Shane H, 52 male. There's nothing in here. There's no warm up for it.
Nope.
Okay, we had an altercation that we're starting it, fucking getting in there. All right. Okay, we had an altercation that for months has left me wondering if I was being an asshole for what I did. Well, here we go. Me and my wife was waiting on a handicapped parking spot at McDonald's as my wife, 54, is battling stage 4 cancer and is just, I'm reading that with too much Gunther to read that sentence. I'm sorry. Is battling stage 4 cancer and is disabled and has a decal. Well, as we are waiting, a lady shoots by us and grabs the last handicap spot. And I was like, well, shit, that sucks. No biggie, until we noticed she didn't have a handicap placard at all. My wife informed her a decal is required to park there, which at that point, the lady steps out of her car and is obviously severely handicapped. With multiple sclerosis. We felt awful. We apologized and felt it was over. She didn't reply, just got back in her car and got on her phone and rolled down her windows and started calling my wife a fat bitch on her call, which infuriated me, and I snapped and went into protector mode and laid into cussing her out and even calling her something I regret and honestly hate myself for saying I used the word cripple. Look, if someone's being a bitch, bro, nothing is off limits. Nothing is off limits, okay? If you getting real clown, man, and you are struggling, you got to go for race. You in an argument, all right? We trying to hurt each other. I'm trying to have you leave this. I'm not saying say the N-word, bro. Okay, that's not what I'm saying, okay? But I'm trying to leave you stunned. I'm trying to leave you perplexed, all right? I'm trying to have you taken aback by the visceral things that I'm throwing at you. Nothing is off the table, bro. I'm arguing with a midget. We immediately going into short shit. I'm arguing with a fat person. We talk about how fat you are. I don't give a fuck. But me, she gets out of the car all multiple sclerosis, then starts yelling at my fucking wife and be like, bitch, that's why y'all bought up like that. God damn. That's why you look like a goddamn a raisin. You was a whole grape, and then you got that multiple sclerosis. Now you look like a goddamn raisin. Life sucked out of you. Any minute now, bitch. Like, I would look. But that's just me. That is just me. You ain't gonna yell at my lady. I'm sorry.
I mean, I think the crazy thing is that the lady getting out of the car was like aggressive too. Like, be like, I'm sorry, like with your, snake shaped back, like you just
look at how Dylan's getting in it.
But like you would just be like, sorry, I forgot my placard or something. Like, explain yourself, because like if you don't have a sticker, you don't have a placard up, you can't blame. You can't see somebody.
You're looking in a window. We can't tell your legs don't work. Like fucking bro. And you see
what is MS?
Multiple sclerosis.
Yeah, but like what is it?
So like it's in your brain, and it causes like your muscles to deteriorate, your nerves to deteriorate.
I was thinking of scoliosis, I think.
Yeah, scoliosis is bent up bad. Look, listen, we ain't got to know what type of cripple they are. If you fucked up looking, I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna throw everything out of the book. But Stephen Hawking looking motherfucker.
I get where you guys were upset in the first place, and maybe were a little bit aggressive, but like, she could have diffused the situation and just been like, sorry, I forgot, or like my other car has, whatever. But like, you don't have to. And then once she started like calling your wife names, like, you're not in the wrong.
As soon as you are, if someone's sitting there waiting for a parking space and you have an opportunity to shoot in, maybe the car's pulling out in a different way, you're a bitch, bro.
The person that's there first,
you're already a dick. So immediately that this person's just not a good person. So yeah, you don't see a placard, fucking call them out. And then, okay, she happened to be all bent up. Oh shit, whoops. You hurled some things because she's a bitch and fucking took the parking space. Then she's yelling back. Don't feel bad because you said the word, man. That's crazy. Cripple. Look, I'm the first one to tell you, man. People say I'm a comedian. I ain't a comedian. I fucking post some social media shit. But I think people are just too scared. They have an idea of what cancel culture was. And listen, I was out there blasting the word retard, midget, all that stuff. I never stopped it because no one really gives a fuck. Like, they really gave a fuck about, like, beating your dick in front of a woman, taking them to your hotel room, talking about Lucy Kay, and just, she's excited to learn from this legendary comedian. And then she turns around and he's just fucking slapping, just fucking slicking that sausage right in front of her. That, the other dude that fucking with the long black hair that dated the fucking 16-year-old girl, maybe you shouldn't have a platform. Now, were some people like microaggressions, all that shit taken it too far? Yeah, gay, whatever. That still doesn't mean, just because like a very few people are like, we find this wrong, doesn't mean you have to feel bad. Look, what I'm saying is, if we're in a shit talking situation, I'm going to talk the shit that hurts you the most.
Yeah, and she came at it calling your wife a fat bitch. So, like, you go ahead.
There's body shaming my wife, so I shamed the body she wishes she had. Look, I could do it all day. I get in those lives, too, to sell the labor llama and stuff, and, like, someone will come in there and troll, and then I'll say something bad, and I have a way about saying things. I know how to get to people, and they're just gone. They're just like, fuck me. Like, now I guess I got to kill myself. I'm like, good. We've learned. But the altercation lasted about 30 seconds. At the end of the day, I still felt it was right because she didn't have a decal, and the law says you have to display it if you're disabled. So was I the asshole for cussing out this woman? Not the asshole. Look, I say that with the knowledge that I am, even if I'm in the wrong, double down. But you're not in the wrong. This lady was a bitch. If you're waiting for a parking spot and somebody just steals it, they're a cock, bro. Me, I get mad at less, man. If I'm at McDonald's and someone doesn't know how to use the dual lane drive-through.
Oh, you had an experience at Speedway the other day. You can talk on that about the guy that came in and just walked up to the front of the line. So listen. Obviously, Mikey grew up in these streets, all right? Mikey knows how shit works. I have partook in fisticuffs with a lot of people, whatever. I am a very, like, I'll call you out if something goes down. I'm a very brash person. In real life, if you just openly disrespect somebody. So we're sitting there waiting in line, and there's like 4 people, and I am behind. There's this black guy, and then there's like this skinny white guy, and then it's me. So in walks this just big, jiggly, I'm talking about this, it's the jiggliest fat person I have ever saw, but he's like a 6'7", has to be 450-pound black dude, and just cuts in front of everybody else. And I'm like, I tap on him, I'm like, hey man, you don't see everybody fucking else standing here? You cutting this man and this man right here. Like, what the fuck are you doing? So he goes to like walk out, and then he fucking like does the like look back at me like, is this guy serious? Like, yeah, I'm fucking serious. We could. Well, what did he threw down like a 20 or something? So
so he gives her $7. Oh, $7. So he hands the gas station, what do you call him?
Attendant.
Gas station attendant, $7. So he looks at me like he's gonna say something, but he obviously sees that I'm about that life. Like, if I get my ass whooped or not, look, I don't care. The next day you're gonna wake up and be like, damn, maybe I shouldn't cut people in line. But I'm like, hey, I was like, don't do that until we get don't put that in until we get everybody in. And she fucking did it. So he goes back out there. He goes to walk back inside as I'm walking out with my shit I've already got. And I was like, oh, she about to put it in for you. And he's like, oh, okay. The whole tone had changed. He looked at me too. Because I say that shit, I've been working a lot too. I'm tired. Now, do I understand that I probably shouldn't do that anymore? Because A, I've not gotten into a fight in a long time, and B, everybody has guns. So maybe I shouldn't have that much gusto, but I just don't like a disrespectful motherfucker. I can't stand a disrespectful motherfucker.
Well, some people just feel like it's the entitlement, and that's one of the problems that is happening today. Is some people just think that that's okay, and they've gotten by with it enough. Like, most likely, he'll probably go back to how he was, but
maybe not. Maybe that was the check he needed.
For a minute, he's gonna be like, maybe I'll just wait in line.
The fact he turned around with that big old smile too, like he was gonna say something, or he was angered inside. And I'm just staring at him. I'm just looking at him. Like, and I guess I give that look like I'm fucking done, bro. Like, I am honestly, fuck me. Like, I'm ready to die too, bitch. Like, what we doing? I'll take both of us out. What's good? And he just saw that and he just went fucking carried on going. A lot of times too, motherfuckers like that are I cannot stand a big old fat guy that's like, oh yeah, I beat people up. I have never seen a big fat motherfucker who could fight. They all talk like they can fight. You have zero goddamn mobility, bro. If anybody has a fucking iota of common sense to be like, maybe I shouldn't like grapple with him. Maybe I shouldn't fucking shoot on him so he throws that big ass belly on me. If you get punched by a big old fat 450-pound motherfucker, hang it up and stop fighting. Like, just hang it up and stop fighting. You don't need to do it. I'm in a gas station. Like, I understand there's aisles and shit like that. I'm still aware of my surroundings and maneuverability. Literally, that guy is going to gas out within 4 steps of angrily stepping towards me. We got a friend too, man. Look, he talks. He's the type of guy that, I say friend loosely, but very, very loosely. A guy that I used to hang out with. And he's like 350, 370 pounds. And he would always be like, I just knocked out this guy at Sheets. I'm like, damn. And he'd be like, I just knocked out this guy here. I'm like, damn. I'm like, we're like 30, bro. Like, I'll talk some shit, but I don't want to fucking fight somebody. I want to also de-escalate shit. I just want to call you out for being a bitch. Like, you're a bitch. And if it goes there, like, it goes there. I don't want it to go there. I don't want to fight people. I'm scared of fighting. I don't like to fight. If I know ahead of time I'm going to fight somebody, I'm fucking petrified. Like, it's just a thing within my body. It's a good thing. I feel like it's a good thing to have because, once again, my friend Turtle, he doesn't have that. And I've seen that man get knocked out many a times. I'm like, at some point, you got to get scared. I just saw, I wanted to pull it up on my phone, but he just got arrested for meth and breaking into cars and stuff like that. And I told you about the big old titties he had. He was a big fat boy. The jail listed him as 150 pounds. That's heartbreaking, man.
Oh, that he's got down that far?
150 pounds. That's crazy. That is crazy. I will bet he's still out there fighting people at 150 pounds. Just not effective. But he was talking about, like, it's another thing I do too is someone will be like, hey, do you want to box? Yeah, like boxing, we got on gloves. You say stop, nobody's mad and shit like that. And he's talking about boxing and he looks at me and he's like, you want to box, Mike? I'm like, oh yeah, you got gloves? And he was like, oh no. I was like, oh, we go to like Walmart and get them. We can get, I bet they got like some kickboxing gloves down there. He's like, oh, I don't really want to do it. And I was like, okay, well, that told me everything I needed to know. I guess he wasn't like,
Oh, you're talking about big boy that knocked everybody out at Sheets and everything?
Listen, after school, that's all we did. That's all we get some boxing. We had kickboxing gloves. If we didn't have those, we'd be putting like fucking shirts and shit around. That shit hurt.
Yeah.
That shit hurt so fucking bad, man. You get popped in the nose. That's my weakness right there. Look, if you ever want to beat me up in public, just come pop me in the nose. Every single time. That's what I don't understand with. I know some professional fighters will get like the cartilage removed right there, but man, I get hit in the fucking nose.
So.
Yeah. They'll fucking holler that out. A lot of boxers, I don't know if mixed martial artists do it, but I don't understand how you could just fucking get that nose crushed and still be going. It just fucking, immediately my eyes start watering. I'm not crying because I'm a bitch. I'm crying because it fucking hurts and I can't see. You know what I'm saying? It activated my tear ducts. I can still go, but at that point I don't want to go anymore. But yeah, I don't like getting hit in the nose. So that's why I just prefer not to fight. And also, if I do fight, with judo, wrestling and shit that I know, I am immediately taking somebody down to the ground because I'm not doing this. We're not chasing each other back and forth. I'm just going to de-escalate the situation like a grown man and get about my business. That's so funny to tell people too, because if you like knew the people that I grew up with, they'd be like, man, Mike will throw down at the tip of a hat. And I'm like, yeah, because you guys put me in this situation and I don't want to be in this situation. But I also can't say these things.
Yeah. Because
low key, I like you get a little bit of confidence. Like, yeah. But fuck, I don't want to be put in these situations, man. I don't want shit to go down and then people look at me. Y'all can fight somebody. I'm scared right now, man. There's fucking, 3 Hispanic guys. Turtle took off running. Like, what am I going to do? Apparently, because they were all drunk. That's the biggest thing, too. If you ever want to look cool in front of somebody, fight a drunk guy, because that shouldn't even count as fighting. It's like beating up a child. If I have to I'll beat up a child so I can come back and give y'all a comparison on how easy it is.
Yeah, I don't think you got to do that.
Well, I'm going to, just because of the sake of experimentation. All right. I'm 25 male, checked all my boxes, but still lost. Good morrow, you felonious fuckers. I got some easy advice for y'all to give today. What the fuck am I supposed to do now that I have a good job with work-life balance? I married my dream girl, vasectomized the jewels, 0 kids for any questions, and am treating my body ailments. I've taken up bird watching because someone told me there would be tits. That's funny. That's a good pun, which they weren't lying about, just a different kind of tit. Mike and Dylan, and whatever demons possesses Mike to wear them shorts. Let me know what y'all would do. Love y'all, Billy. Brother needs a purpose. And what better purpose than to have a kid? No, I'm just man, just look. set a goal in something, man. Think about something that you love and then say, hey, I want to be better than this, or I want to do this at this kind of level, and just set a goal, man. And goals, I think a lot of depression and how people are feeling lost and things like that is, we go to work, we work 12 hours 7 days a week, we're working at somebody else's company, and we come home and then we're trying to spend time with our kids. You have very few goals that you can strive for there. I want to move up, or yada yada yada. Setting those in life, just like the little things, man, that's what really keeps you going. That gives you something to strive for. It's just one more thing in the long list of things that gets you to wake up in the morning. So I would definitely look at just the things that you have going on in life and the things that you love to do and say, hey, just for whatever reason, this month, I have this thing that I like to do, and I'm going to strive to be better than this other guy I see doing it. And
well, the best thing is to be better than yourself the day before. That's because you're always going to be looking at somebody else that is better than you, and the best way to be better is to just constantly be better than you were yesterday, be better than you were yesterday. Like, and you keep pushing yourself that way, you'll be the best. But it's more so a competition against yourself than finding some guy. Because like, then what do you do when you reach that? You're better than that person. The chase isn't there anymore. You can always, like, the best guitar player in the world still tries to get better.
The biggest thing too, and when I play Magic the Gathering, and when I had free time a long time ago, and I would be like, I want to play in tournaments and stuff like that, and I want to strive to get better. Striving to get better is not, yes, you can see the people who do it very well, and you could be like, all right, I want to see what they're doing. But at the same time, you have to look at and see what you're doing wrong. And we're just getting off into a different topic because this guy has a great life, and he's just like, what do I do?
Well, I think it's spend time like with your wife and find out what you guys like doing together. If it's traveling or going out to eat at like the most fancy fucking restaurants or whatever. Like, if you don't really have anything that takes away from you.
If y'all want to get one of them BDSM tables where she like fucking wraps you up in a trash bag and then puts
rubber bands on your nuts or something.
Yeah, and then the Gluck Gluck Sucker 9000 on your penis and then milks your nipples. Look, just do something.
See, I was thinking more so like, back in the day when we were growing up, it was always like sponsor a kid in Africa. And so like you could sponsor two guys that have a podcast and,
Right, yeah. He's like, I have no kids and I make great money. There you go.
Two downtrodden podcasters in Lexington, North Carolina. Just go ahead and...
The come up's going to be crazy, though. It's going to be crazy. I ain't even going to talk about it. I don't care. Yeah, I don't even care. I'll say a lot of things that would bore you, but just understand when I'm there, when I'm at the precipice. I wish there was probably a built-in pop filter. But the precipice, I'm like, man, remember that guy when he said he had some ideas? I guess they worked.
And then what are you going to do we're still doing the downfall era of it too?
Nah.
No, you're not doing the downfall anymore?
No, I'm just going to go. I'll probably die then once I get there. I ain't got long left, but shit. I mean, that's great, man, to die on top. Then that's when people look at you like Jimi Hendrix and, Mitch Hedberg and Kurt Cobain, because you never had the subsequent 7 albums that did terribly. And then for some reason you fucking decide to do a song with Jada Pinkett Smith. And it's just a weird fucking thing. Okay.
Who did that?
Nobody, but I'm just saying that's how it usually goes. You do a fucking weird thing with a weird celebrity and then you get all this controversy behind you. It's just good to get at the top, be at the top. Be like people like, wow, that guy's great, and then just die.
Did you see the thing with Will Smith though, like where they
AI'd his crowd?
Yeah, why? Like why?
And it's obviously AI'd. Yes. Like it's like people were like, did he? No, yes, that guy has his face is melting into his shirt.
But like, how would you kick yourself in the dick that hard after like your rise, like being one of the top people in Hollywood?
Listen. Look, maybe people aren't as educated as to what Will Smith went to. I want to give you the timeline, okay? So, Will Smith gets with Jada. He was married to another girl. He has a kid by her. So, they divorce. He marries Jada. They have what's the weird kid's name?
I don't know.
Whatever, maybe Jaden, right?
There is Jaden, yeah.
Okay, so he has him. He's the one that is just like, I'm such a thought-provoking person, and bro has never touched grass, never tasted one bit of reality, has hundreds of millions of dollars.
I
And
think Key and Peele did a skit on that. Like,
I don't do sci-fi.
Yeah.
And it's talking about just a kid who grew up like middle class or something like that. I don't do sci-fi. But yeah, he's just so, God, he's fucking annoying. And then the daughter that you never hear of. So shout out the daughter who's just like, I'm staying as far away from this as possible. So the son had a friend and she started sleeping with him. And Will found out about it. And somehow Jada talked Will, I guess, into it's still going on.
It was still going on with her.
Yeah, so I guess that's a cuckold. And then they decided to do like these interviews. Look, it's
Podcasts,
people. Yeah, it's people who have not had to face a lot of adversity in their lives, creating adversity around something they created. So then she's like interviewing Will on how it made him feel, and
it's still going on when they were doing those interviews.
I think so. I don't know, but. So she's banging her son's friend and then, interviewing Will about it and everything like that. So fast forward, it all culminates with, it's like the Streisand effect too. Like if it was just like Jada Smith cheats on Will, they could have just buried it, not put any other attention onto it. And then nobody,
going on.
People wouldn't have known. Yeah. They would have been like, oh, did that happen? I might be misremembering. But then at the Oscars, Chris Rock said something about G.I. Jane, and then Will got up there and slapped the guy who talked shit about the woman who sucked his son's best friend's dick and rode him like a stallion, which is wild. Like imagine, I would almost have more respect for just a cuckold guy. You know what I'm saying? He's just like, look, this is the thing that I like and whatever. But Will didn't want to do that. Got forced into doing that and then defended him being forced into doing that. And I don't know what the fuck they're doing anymore. But God bless America, Will Smith ain't got one motherfucking song that you will listen to and be like, wow, this is really good.
He like, other than Men in Black, when he put out that album that was,
okay, he has one, and it's all Men in Black.
But like, other than that, nobody's ever like, Will
eat
Smith.
My Cheerios, say my prayers. I was like, are you a upper class white kid?
He's not known for music. Like, I mean, yes, he was a music personality.
Look, here's a good example. He's as well known for music as Mark Wahlberg is.
Yeah.
Like when someone thinks of Mark Wahlberg, the last thing they think about is Marky Mark. They'll be like, did you do a period where you're just like really fucking weird? Yeah.
Unless they're making jokes, then it'll come out. But other than that, yeah, he's an actor. He's an actor.
Mark Wahlberg, boy, he ain't been in nothing since it came out that he likes to beat up Korean people.
Oh, really?
He likes to beat them with a stick and call them racist names and stuff like that when he was a kid. That's what he'd do. Which, honestly, if then you approach that situation being like, bro, I was a kid. I was, a troubled youth and shit like that. People grow up.
Did he double down?
I don't know what he did. I think he just did nothing, which honestly is usually great, except for that Hollywood is a very left-leaning machine, a very left-leaning machina. So if you're like, hey, I want to be in movies, then you say, hey, that's a really good way to put it. No one's going to say you're a bitch, bro. If you were like, hey, yeah, I was growing up, man, I was racist. Like there were people that were different. I was raised to think I hated them and shit like that. Cool. We could palate that. I could almost palate more you just being like, and I still hate them. It's my thing. I have my own beliefs. Look, fucking at least own it. If you are racist, just own it, man. Like I can accept that more than someone being who they're. That's why the Joey Swole situation just fucking. He's a bitch both ways. Like I've very rarely, like Mark Wahlberg, just not. I guess he just tried to avoid it, and I guess once again I could see how that's all right. Joey Swole just being a bitch both ways, bro. Literally says Hulk Hogan, fine. Look, calls black people color people. You can easily just be like, botch that. Let's move on, guys. Let's get back to positivity, whatever. But then to release the apology, okay?
Yeah.
Never apologize. Be like, hey, I fucked up. Let's move on.
Mark Wahlberg's got Flight Risk, which was a big movie that just came out this year.
I didn't see it. So he might be getting back into it. Look, like I said,
and then Family Man was.
It's really died down, but he was in everything. Think about fucking 2010 to 2017. Bro was in fucking everything.
Yeah.
But then he goes, oh, well, they're still being mean to me, so I'm going to quit. And then Republicans get onto him. They're like, why are you quitting? You got fucking, don't submit to their will, which is gay, bro. Formulate your own opinions, bro. Don't go with how everybody else feels. Just formulate your own opinions. Do your own fucking thing. And then he comes back. He's like, I'm never giving up. After you gave up, dog. Like after you gave up. Imagine I get fucking hit in the mouth and I sit there and I cry for an hour, okay? Or no, I cry, I leave. And the next day I come back, I'm like, I'm not going to cry over that. And I'm going to be tough. I was like, no, we just saw you cry. You were wallowing. Like we tried to console you and you were literally pissing your pants. I can't. There's so much things these days I can't stand. I just can't. I don't know. Look, if you believe in something, he could call them black people. Well, because his thing was, he was like, I did not know colored people was a racist. Bro, come on.
Well, I mean, the thing is I wouldn't even admit that. I would just say I fucking misspoke. Like,
right,
I mean,
I'm trying to say, like y'all done gave me a bunch of pressure where I'm just like, people of color, people of blah, blah, blah. And then I fuck around, I'm like, people of blackness. And yeah, fucking, that's because y'all made it racist.
Yeah.
I want to do that once again. I ain't gonna talk about it on here.
I mean, the whole thing is like I don't give a shit one way or the other with Joey Swoll. Like he can do whatever. But the big thing that I feel, and I would never watch his content anyways. It's not my cup of tea. But like he's not used to controversy. So like the second that it came up, he folded like a cheap suit, which is fine. I think his mess up is acting like he's some sort of Billy Badass on the backside of it and being like, he could have just came back and been like, you know what? I fucked up. I made a mistake, said the wrong thing. However, I'm not going to let that stop me. I'm going to keep making my content. But like then to like double down and be like, I'm fuck everybody that's a hater or whatever. Like if you go aggressive back, then yeah, you're being,
what a gooberish thing to do, man. Listen,
he just needs you as his what is it?
I'm great at PA, bro.
Yeah, PA.
I am great at it. I can spin anything to where it is palatable. God damn it. Fuck you. Why would you ask me as a
publicist?
No. Jesus Christ. PR, by the way.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, so
PA wasn't making sense.
I'm so fucking tired, and PR is public relations.
Yes,
so there we go. Jesus Christ. We would have never got PA because it's nothing. It doesn't fucking exist. The limit doesn't exist. I think that's the one we just read.
No, you haven't read that one yet.
All right. So we're going to get into this next one. But yeah, I do great PR, and I know how to spin things, but people are
not while you're sleepy.
They're just morons, man. They're morons. Look, there's really, honestly, if you look at Louis C.K., bro jacked his dick, took women up there and was like, oh, I'll mentor you. And then was just like, and he is able to book.
Well, see, you got to think.
Moderately big shows.
Somebody probably did that to him. That's where he learned the trick from. It's like, this is the first initiation is watching me jack my dick. That's what they told me when I was, 20 years old, being a comedian.
This is how I would have done public relations for Louis C.K., okay? So, you got caught, or you got outed for masturbating in front of women who were not suspecting it, okay? And I understand what you're going to think of. He is a comedian, so there's a funny route that you can take it. Okay. But that's going to anger that side. And that side at that time, there was a lot of power there. There was a lot of power for them to be like, well, we'll stop using this credit card or whatever, to any venue you go to, we will fucking, cancel or something like that. I don't know if his wife divorced him or not. Does that happen?
I have no idea. I didn't know he was married. I don't really follow him enough to know his personal life.
I'd have to know if his wife divorced him or not. Fuck. Because I could really just like ride it home, you know.
But I think your take on Mark Wahlberg was wrong, though. I think he's been active the whole time.
Oh, he's still in it.
You just haven't seen him, but yeah, he's
He's just not been predominant. Like he's
2018, 2020, 2021, 3 in 2022. He did Uncharted, Father Stew, Me Time.
Yeah, but how many blockbusters have you seen with him in it though?
Well, I mean, blockbusters don't really exist anymore. They're not a thing. Like most of the things are
like bigger. There's definitely a thing called a blockbuster. It is a movie that has a lot of money behind it.
Yeah, all these have quite a bit of money. They're not like fucking indie movies. Like,
well, any movie now is like $14 million.
Yeah, but like Flight Risk was like a very big, well talked about.
His persona in the public eye definitely took a hit. I'll say that.
Yeah,
it definitely took a hit. He was in,
but he's got
so many fucking.
He's got 4 movies that are in post production currently that are due to be released: Play Dirty, Balls Up, The Family Plan 2, and By Any Means.
Those don't sound like the things that he was doing before. But once again, like we talk about Transformers, he was doing the TEDs, like all that stuff.
I think most of those things are
because that's what the sign of that, like Hollywood likes you, you suck a mean dick. That's what. Listen, look, y'all know how Hollywood is. That's what it means, man. Like you suck a mean dick, you got some quality ass butthole, because you'll see an actor. They could be a good actor, but it's like, do you transcend into those like really fucking money making roles of like Marvel and the big shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but all those roles are already like booked for. So much. So like you're not gonna be.
Yeah, but I said he got Transformers, and then it came out. It definitely took a hit on his
brand.
Yeah, his brand. There you go. Fucking great. I'm so tired. I am right about the Mark Wahlberg thing.
I mean, he's still a A-list actor.
I mean, it was, I don't think it was ever a huge thing, but it was just kind of, like, he didn't have one of the big breaking ones that just, like, totally fucked somebody, railroad somebody.
Yeah. Well, I think the thing is, too, now, though, is there's so many less, like, I'm going to go to the movie theaters to watch this movie blockbusters. Like, you know, other than the big franchises, there's not a ton of movies that you're like, oh, I really got to go see that in the theaters. So most of it just gets released eventually, very soon, just onto Disney or onto Amazon or onto Netflix. So
I want to see that Weapons movie. I'm too poor. I want it to come to whatever it's going to come to.
Once our theater opens up, hopefully it'll be
I'm so excited that's not a fucking escape room.
Yeah, there's a local movie theater here that was a movie theater for a long time, and my daughter would never go because she said it was too like trashy. But then it
was very trashy.
I think they had remodeled like 2 different theater rooms, and
the floors and the seats.
And then it went out of business. I think they owed money on their taxes and couldn't pay it, and so then me and Mike at that time, I was like, we need to get this Labor Llama thing going so that we can buy it. And then somebody else bought it, and Mike came and he's like, I think it's going to be an escape room. I was like, that is the dumbest thing to put in where a theater was. But
that was like Mike's, I read it off of a meme, so I'm just going to believe it. And then I looked at this news thing where they were like remodeling it on the inside.
And it looks nice from the outside, and they've been spending quite a bit of time.
Yeah, when they remodeled the 2 rooms, they just did the floors and the seats. They didn't do nothing with the screen, nothing. You would go in there and watch it, and the whole time you're watching the movie, you just hear
just
from the screen. Audio. There'd be a white line through the fucking thing. And look, man, I got agoraphobia. I will drive to High Point. I will drive to Winston. I prefer to go right there.
Yeah.
Like, I prefer to go right there. And the fucking standard that you have to have for me to be like, you know, I will go somewhere else. Like, you don't have to have the greatest fucking thing in the world. Just have something where I can sit there. Yeah, I can just enjoy myself without being like, why is it so humid in here? Like, why are mosquitoes thriving in this environment? And then, you know, we could get around to watching a movie. All right. So this next one is titled Can't Keep Up. Hey, fellas. Started listening with the first 2 Daddies Judging Baddies episode, and then went back and listened from the very beginning and look forward to the new ones to release every week. So my issue is So my issue I'm having is I was with my ex for 4 years and we had amazing sex and everything and was great and never had any issues. And then we broke up and now I'm with this girl who I've known for a little over 10 years. The problem is we have sex a few times now and I just cannot stay hard. I know it's not that I'm not attracted to her because I've always said how attractive she is since I first knew her, and when she is undressed, I have no doubts I am into her. I just cannot keep it up. I'm worried that I'm still caught up on my ex somewhere in my subconscious or something. What can I possibly do to fix this before I disappoint her too much and she has had enough? So I actually kind of want to talk about this because I told you guys I was a bit of a slut back in my earlier youth, and then I get with this one girl, and we only date for like 7 months before I get with Amy. But by far, that was the longest I've ever fucking, by a country mile, the longest I had ever stayed with one girl where we had like a label. I still cheated on her a whole bunch still. But even when I got with Amy, it was like a weird thing where it's different. Your body does get accustomed to something. Also, you were with her for 4 years. I mean, you could be getting older. If it's just happening with her, it probably is just you got to come around to it. It's different. Your dick knows it's different. Your body knows it's different. Your mind knows it's different. So it's just a thing that you do. Look, there's very rarely in life where you're going to find somebody and the first time it's going to be just the greatest sex you ever had. So I would give it a minute. Maybe go get your blood pressure checked out, see how that blood pressure is doing, see how the health is doing. You're probably getting a little bit older. Definitely check that stuff out. And you don't know, well, you could be the OEDs and could have to get a little bit of Viagra. But definitely, I guess I would go ahead and just start checking out the medical route.
Yeah, I think that if you find her attractive and it's kind of exciting, the only reason that you wouldn't be staying hard is if it's absolutely some sort of crazy like mental block. But if you're not feeling that in the moment, like I would say that it's most likely health of some sort. Like are you eating right? Are you exercising? Like go see your doctor, make sure everything is fine health wise. But I would say it's most likely that, because if she's attractive and you guys are having a fun time, in my brain, it doesn't compute that your dick is just like, no, we're done. That doesn't compute in my brain. So
absolutely get checked out for health though, brother. Like that is something you should stay on top of. Make sure you ain't got no hypertension or anything like that. But look, this is going to be a bit of a short episode, brother, because Michael is just fucking, it's not that I'm not sleepy. Like I'm not sleepy. I just feel like
fog.
You know, in Space Jams, when the Monstars, they suck all the talent out of the NBA players. That's what I feel like. Like how they look when they're all fucking woozy and shit like that. I just feel so
foggy.
Yes. I feel like I'm just, it's weird. It's not sleepy, but it's like I'm tired.
Yeah.
I just want to just sit somewhere and watch The Ultimate Fighter season recaps from Lerone on YouTube. Bro, I love it. Listen, he does these like 4-hour recaps, and I watch it on 2x speed, so it only takes me 2 hours to watch a whole season of The Ultimate Fighter. Great. Cut out all the fucking, he puts in all the best things.
Yeah.
I don't know this guy, but he is a god amongst men. Also, how do you fucking do that? How do you just steal another?
Does he commentate on it?
No, nothing. Just stolen highlights. Nothing weird about it.
I guess you can do that, not get paid for it. Which I guess that's the thing, is like YouTube's like fine with stolen content as long as you're not trying to expect money from it. Like, because there's all kinds of stolen movies and shit like that on there that stay up with hundreds of thousands of views.
All right. Well, listen, guys, if you would like to grab you some just really awesome clothes from our brand, you can go to laborllama.com, laborlama.com. If you want to stay up to date with everything we got going on, 48-hour film challenge thing, you can go to the subreddit MADHD. We also have a Patreon. If you're like, wow, if you would like to feed these poor African children.
I mean, Lexington children.
Look, Dricus Duplessis, he is the UFC middleweight champion, and he is South African, and he is whiter than me. So who are you to say we're not African? All right. Who are you to judge? I could have been out there fucking chilling with lions all day, dog. But if you would like to support them, you can go to patreon.com / Mike and Dylan.
I feel like right now you'd be the kid with like the fly that landed on your eyeball and you don't even blink. Like you're just like.
That's bro. So, like I said, I'm just like I feel like I could work, but I can't. Like, you know, I don't have the
Think and talk.
the shit that makes Mike. You know. But we will see you guys next time.
Later.